sit down and watch, then have a talk with Jennifer and Josh.
Hey guys, it's Josh and Jennifer here to bring you another recap and review of Finding Mr. Christmas Season 2. Hallmark's on the hunt for a new leading man, and they've brought us for the second season this reality competition series. And this is our episode 5 recap and review. We won't tell you who got eliminated in this one if you've not seen it, but we're going to give you a recap of what happened, and then at the end, our gold or coal. So we'll tell you who we think knocked it out of the park and who might have struggled a little bit in this particular episode. And so this one starts, Jennifer, with an elimination that I think we both probably saw coming, and that was Gabe. Gabe went home, and so we're down to 6. I'm sad to see Gabe go home, but I think it was probably time for him, unfortunately. What about you?
I agree. He seems like such a sweet guy. I really enjoyed
Mhm.
getting to know him the little bit we did on the show. It's nothing against him as a person, but yeah, like we've kind of said in other episodes, it seemed like, I mean, he was the main one who had never acted before, so I think he just might need a little bit more time to kind of improve those chops a little bit. So, hey, if
I
they want to
think
bring him back
so.
next season, I wouldn't be mad about it.
No, not at all. Yeah, I think he really kind of fits the bill. Just needs a little bit more experience. So the guys are talking about all of the challenges they're facing and what's going on. Robbie has this conversation with Marcus, who revealed that his mom has cancer, and so there's a little chat about that. The guys are discussing the one word that they're going to bring into this day of competition, and we hear things like vulnerability and confidence. And Jennifer, I gotta know, we record on Sunday nights, and so as you're thinking about your week, what's one word that you're going to bring into this week?
Bringing in exhaustion to this week.
It
I've
is the week
just
of Thanksgiving after all.
found myself exhausted. Yeah, that's what I'm bringing.
I hear you, sister.
And
I
maybe
hear you.
maybe some spandex for the pants for Thanksgiving. How about you? What are you bringing into this week?
I'm bringing the word bourbon into this week because it is the week of
Family coming
Thanksgiving.
to town?
Family's coming to town. Here we go. Here we go. Anyway, it's time for the festive face-off in Finding Mr. Christmas, Season 2, Episode 5. And so what basically happens is they're having to do what reminded me a lot of American Gladiators. I don't know, Jennifer, if you ever watched American Gladiators where they were in those big hamster wheels and they had to roll onto the little pods and avoid the gladiators. In this one, they're kind of in these inflated ornaments and they have to roll them and knock over Christmas trees, and they're going 3 at a time, and they have to knock only theirs over or else they're helping out their competitors. Did you like this challenge? Seemed kind of goofy to me.
I mean, it's always fun and silly, but it is like, okay. I mean, was it last week we had him in helmets doing the big slip and slide? Was that last week?
Yeah.
So we just did one of these. I kind of like when it's a little bit of, sometimes it's a craft, sometimes it's a physical activity or whatever. None of this means anything related to them acting, but
No, not at all.
sure. I don't think they were in helmets for this, and I feel like they should have been. Were they in helmets for this?
Probably so. They were not, as I recall. Yeah. And so
It looked
Davey
taxing,
once
physically taxing.
it did. And I got to think it was kind of hot inside of these inflatable
Ugh.
ornaments. Ugh.
Ugh.
Yeah.
What did you say in
Factor.
Delanaga? I don't do well in the heat, or what was it? There was something you said before we went into the Christmas in a small town thing, and it was hot, and here you come walking up, and you had some funny line. Oh, what was it? It was something like that, like, I don't do well in the heat, and that's what I
I
thought of
don't do
too,
well in the heat.
these
Yeah. I
inflatable
would not do
ornament
this
things.
one well.
Bleh.
Nope. Davey winds up winning the first heat. Robbie wins the second heat, and Davey actually squeaked out his win overall. And so he gets the advantage because he did his faster than Robbie did. So Davey's going to get the advantage. And we learn that that's going to be kind of beneficial for him in the star quality challenge because he's going to get to watch all the other actors do this scene. So this is an acting challenge. Thankfully, we're back to an acting challenge.
Yes.
Seems like we're not doing a whole lot of acting this season, and I'm glad we're finally getting another
Need more
acting
acting.
challenge here. Need
Yeah.
more acting. Yes, please. And so this winds up being a group scene. They're going to be in 2 groups of 3. And the challenge is that they have to find a way to stand out. And it's a group thing with a guest actress, Hallmark, rising star, rising royalty, I guess you could say, Hunter King. And it's nice to
Mhm.
see her in this environment. I think she did a nice job.
She did a great job. She was really I think she put these guys at ease. She was listening to them and kind of thinking like or asking good questions like, "Okay, is there like a leader in your group or are you all trying to work together as a team?" Like she was
Mm-hmm.
getting to know them and kind of how their wheels were turning without being preachy. And I think it was really
Mm-hmm.
it helped them all let their guards down a little bit, which is what they needed to do cuz what it was going to be the scene is two guys are brothers and then she's basically the gist is she's bringing her new boyfriend to this what did they call it? I wrote it down. The neighborhood
Block
street
party snow shoal.
snowshul,
Snow
yeah.
shoal.
And so, the brothers are gonna give the new guy a hard time and go tit for tat and things. W Josh, I had to wonder, why were we not asked to be the extras at the snow show? Jonathan
Thank
Bennett,
you.
we're available, okay?
We're available. We're here.
How
We're
funny would it be if they
invested.
had, like, a bunch of the Hallmark podcasters in the background? That'd be so fun.
I'm just saying, we would be great. We'd be invested and we would not be too obnoxious in the background. Maybe just a little bit obnoxious, but I mean, anyway,
Maybe
I
that's
had to
why.
laugh. Melissa Peterman, of course, is there. She's Jonathan's co-judge on the show here. And Hunter's like, now you got to be careful when you're doing a group scene. You don't want to steal it. You don't want to be too much. And then Melissa immediately pipes in and says, unless that's your strong suit and it pays the bills, which for Melissa Peterman, it absolutely does. And so,
Mhm. Yeah, you gotta know which way to lean into, and some people should and some
mhm,
people should not try to overpower and steal the scene.
yeah. So the 2 groups are Robbie, Rustin, and Marcus. And in that group, Robbie and Rustin play the siblings, and Marcus is the boyfriend. And then the other group is Davy, Angel, and Craig. And Davy and Craig play the siblings, and Angel plays the boyfriend. So between these 2 groups, which one did you think did the better job?
Overall, I'll say they both impressed me in different ways. I think because they're more comfortable with each other, growing out and the brotherhood and all this business, that it felt more comfortable than the previous acting challenges. So Rustin, Robbie, and Marcus go first. Um, I think between the two, the Davy Angel Craig scene was better. What did you think?
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. I did
Yeah.
not get a super strong brother vibe between Robbie and Rustin. And I think that Marcus was a little bit flat as the boyfriend,
Mhm.
whereas I thought Davy and Craig were A plus as brothers, and Angel did a nice job as the boyfriend. So I thought that group was stronger. And before you know it, it's time for the elimination. All right, it's time for us to give some gold and coal. So what we're going to do is we're going to tell you who we think did the best, and we're also going to tell you who we thought did the worst. And like I said, we're not going to tell you who got eliminated, but it's more just to kind of give a little bit of an insight here. And it's important to note, Jennifer, we make these judgments before we see who gets eliminated. So don't think just because we're
Yes.
giving someone coal that means they're going home, because we don't do it that way.
Correct. Yeah, I
So
definitely make a point to pause and write down my thoughts before we see the reveal of who goes home, but we're not going to say it here. Yes. Yes, yes.
same season. And that is the integrity that you have come to expect from our podcast over time. So who gets your gold this week? Go.
I gotta say, Craig gets my gold. And I have been poo-pooing Craig a lot. He's rapped too much. He's been seemingly at times, it seems like he's not really taking it very seriously. He's just kind of have there to have fun and vibe out. But I thought he was really good. Now, he did still play in a silly tone in this acting challenge. He was the silly brother and he like did a spit take with the cookie crumbs and all this business, but it made sense in that scene. So for that, I got to give Craig his gold. Come on, Craig. You earned it. How about you?
I am 100% going to agree with you. Craig gets my gold for this
No
particular episode.
way!
He does. And I got to tell you, as I was watching it, and I don't know if you feel the same way, but I was getting Paul Campbell vibes from Craig in
Yeah,
this performance
yeah.
this week. It was very that kind of comedic timing that Paul Campbell has, I was seeing in what Craig was offering up. So I thought it was a great performance, great week for him, and he did a good job. All right, let's turn the page. Turning the page. Here we go.
Oh
Who
no,
gets
Bob
your
Seger, turn the
who gets
page.
your I know, who gets your coal this week?
This breaks my heart because he was my first impression favorite this season. I'm gonna give Marcus some coal. He has the look and the charisma usually, but this, he was, like you said, he was flat this week. And now it would be if you're the one guy out from the two brothers acting, like you don't have as many lines, you don't have as much to do. So that is a disadvantage inherently in this little, scene that they're doing. But yeah, he didn't do it for me this week. I'm sorry, Marcus. I'm sorry. How about you?
Well, for the first time this season, we both are in agreement when it comes to the gold and the coal. Marcus gets
Oh, that's
my
boring, isn't it?
coal for this episode. Unfortunately, it is a little boring, but I think it's just true. The performance was a little bit flat this week, and it just sort of felt like it wasn't as inspired as I think he's been in other challenges. It just sort of felt like something was a little off for him, and I'm not exactly sure what it was. Maybe he was thinking about his mom's diagnosis or something. There was something that just wasn't quite right, and I hate that because he seems like a genuinely awesome guy. So kind of bummed about the performance there. So all told,
Um,
not a bad week, not a bad episode. We saw a little acting, a little bit of hijinks, the whole 9 yards. I'm starting to really like some of these guys in this role as a Hallmark leading man a little bit more, and I'm excited to see things continue to progress. What about you?
Agreed. And next week we'll tell you who went home this week, and we'll get into another episode. Hopefully, there's more acting challenges. I'm with you.
Yeah,
I didn't love the talent show thing. They did it last year. I didn't love it. Didn't love it this year. So I'm hoping for more of the acting because that's what they're there for primarily, right? Like it's fun to sprinkle in a few other things, but I want more acting. And now that there's fewer guys, I think they have the real estate time on the episodes to get into that a little bit more. So
yeah,
we'll
for
see, but
sure.
we'll be here with you every week talking about finding Mr. Christmas. And Josh, real quick, you've been watching Tamara Mallory Housley's baking competition, right? Baked with
Yeah,
Love, is that what it's called?
baked with love, and I love it because it's couples, brother, sister, husband, wife, mom, daughter, bunch of different kinds of couples, and I think it's great to sort of see some diversity there. And they are bringing family recipes to challenges each and every week. And I got to tell you, I'm really impressed. If you've ever watched a Food Network competition show, this really feels like that kind of level of competition in terms of the way these shows are produced. So I really think they've done a nice job, and it's a fun watch. It's very seasonal. The food looks great. Well, most of the food looks great until the competitors struggle a little bit, but it's all very heartfelt. It kind of has that British baking show. What's that one? The Great British Bake Off. You know how they're
Bake
all very
Off.
cheerful and very supportive of one another. It's got that kind of a vibe. So it isn't cutthroat, and I just like it. And I think Tamara does a great job as host in that kind of a setting. It's nice to see her in that kind of a venue. So
But
it's a good watch.
who are the judges? Is it the same, like, are they professional bakers or
Yeah.
is it like Hallmark actors or whatever?
No, it's two pros who are
Okay.
both successful bakers in their own right, so they actually know what they're talking about. So the critiques are really good, and the folks take it to heart and work hard, and I think it's really a fun watch. Yeah.
There you go. Are you inspired to do more holiday baking by watching it? Like, will
Yes,
you
I
take one of
am.
these and try to replicate it?
I don't know if replicate because they get really advanced with some of the ingredients and some of the techniques. It's probably a bit beyond my technical prowess, but you know,
Well, maybe season
it's
2, you and your
inspirational.
wife could make a go at it. Y'all would be so fun
Oh,
to
now
watch
you're
on that.
talking. Can you
That'd be
imagine?
so
That'd be great.
fun.
It would
I
be,
can't
yeah.
even, like melt butter, so I'm out on that. But
Stop it.
I will totally watch if you guys are on it. So, all right. Well, that's what's new in the Hallmark reality competition world, which who knew this time last year we'd have a beat about that? But
I
here we
know.
are.
We need a
Yeah.
segment. Reality watch.
And then Mistletoe Murders just wrapped. I haven't seen the latest installment, but what they're doing is it's 2 episodes each Friday night is what they've been doing, and, like, the 2 episodes are kind of like a movie, like, you could watch them back to back. They kind of have a theme and a murder, and then the next 2 have a murder. And are you caught up? Don't spoil anything, but are you caught
I'm
up?
not
And
I'm
you're
not
not?
caught
Okay.
up, but I've been reading some things online and I have to get caught up because I love this series. I think it's so good. It's so well done. It's probably one of my favorite things in that Hallmark mystery vein. Maybe even better than the
Same.
Hannah Swenson for me. Yeah, I know. And
What?
that's saying
You
something.
love Hannah Swenson.
Whew, I do. But I think this is just the way the stories are told in these mistletoe murders. I'm here for 100%.
Yeah, season 1, I watched, I think, in January last year because 'cause I'd recorded it, and I was like, "Well, I'll get to it," because, time is
Life.
a little limited. Yeah, life be lifing, and I was so impressed with it. We watched it separately, we didn't cover it, but now I mean, we didn't cover it this year either, but I met Peter Mooney briefly in the Grand Ole Opry gift shop of all places. He was so nice. No, I'm
Well.
saying okay, yeah. I'm saying it to say he was so kind, and I love seeing him and Sarah Drew together. I just think they're so good. So if you haven't watched it yet, I think you should. I really think you should.
Yeah, get
And
on
then we
board.
also have starting, I don't know the date when it comes out, but it's a TV miniseries starring Mae Whitman from Parenthood fame, who I love, The 12 Dates Till Christmas. And it's a little 6-episode miniseries that's going to start airing soon on Hallmark. So if you're not into the movie shtick, hey, we got you covered with other stuff too. Find something to dive
Seriously.
into to get excited about the season. Because you know what? All you people are like, it's too soon for Christmas. It's Thanksgiving week.
No.
We're here.
Nope.
Okay? Welcome.
It's go time,
We welcome
team.
you.
Come on, fam.
Yeah.
Come on, fam.
We've been doing it over
By
a
the way,
month now,
Jennifer.
but welcome.
Yeah. By the way, I'm going to start a petition amongst our dear listeners. I think we need to have a new segment that's Jennifer's name drop, because you've been on a name drop and tear ever since you had your run-in with all these Hallmark Horror stars here in town, and it just every episode, a boop boop boop. It's
I just like being relatable, and I like telling the people, you little peons, if you haven't met Peter Mooney, he is delightful, and maybe you should. I just casually bumped into him at the Opry shop. That's a true story. I was buying my father-in-law an Opryland Tervis because he used to work at Opryland, which was the amusement park that the great state of Tennessee decided to tear down and build a mall. Very controversial. Anyways, I was
very.
buying him an Opryland piece of memorabilia for his birthday. Turned around, and James Denton and Peter Mooney are just chatting it up. And I was like, nobody knows they're there. And then Tyler Hines was across the way. It was wild. It was wild. Then I met Paul Campbell and Kimberly Sustad. And I bought a Grand Ole
Jennifer's
Opry
name
Christmas
drop.
ornament. I'm going to hang my Grand Ole Opry Christmas ornament on my tree and look at it during the premiere next weekend of a Grand Ole Opry Christmas. I wish we would get a screener. I really wish we would get a screener. I don't think it's happening. But
dear listener, I need you to
yeah.
know it'll probably take Jennifer 17 hours to watch that movie, because she will be pausing it at every frame to see if she can find herself in the background.
So far,
So stay tuned.
no-
Stay tuned for that.
so far it's been a big old goose egg for old Jennifer on the screen. I don't know. There was one panning shot that if I'm gonna be in it, it'll be in that. I know what was being filmed in that moment. The rest of it, I will be in the shadows, but I know I was there. I'm like Taylor Swift. I know it all too well. I was there.
So you have to promise me that before that movie airs, you will put the outfit that you went to the taping on, take a picture, put it on our social media channel so that all of us know what we need to be on the lookout for. And you can employ
poster.
all of us.
Have you seen
exactly.
her? Have you seen her?
It's like, where's Waldo? Where's Jennifer? Can you find Jennifer? We will,
my gosh.
I will say this right now. If one of our dear listeners finds you, I will offer a $25 Amazon gift card to the
What
listener
if I
who
find me?
finds
If I find me, are
Jennifer.
you going to give me a gift card?
You don't count. I'm just saying.
Please,
Anywho,
if you see me,
please.
I'm seriously
Have you
gonna make
seen this
something and
woman?
put a graphic up. It's like me on the
You
side of a
should.
milk carton, okay? And it's gonna be, have you
Have you
seen
seen
me?
this woman?
An eggnog carton, even better, an eggnog carton. It's because it's seasonal. Have you seen me? And if you take a screenshot and tag us on socials, Josh evidently will send you a gift card if you're in the United States of America, unless you really want to be Mr. Worldwide. I'm assuming you need to put some limits on this.
Well, exactly. I know we
Yeah.
do have listeners in the Philippines. I don't think that could count. I
We're
will
popping in the
say
Philippines.
it's not an Amber Alert. It is a it's a red alert, a crimson alert. It's a peppermint stripe alert.
I'll just tell you right now, if I show up for even a millisecond, I might pass out. I need I need my husband to have smelling salts, like peppermint smelling salts nearby to revive me. I'll be like, "Oh, Lord Jesus." And then I will immediately go add my headshot to IMDb.
Exactly.
That's my first
I
acting gig.
co-starred with Christopher Palaha in A Grand Ole Opry Christmas.
And Nikki DeLoach. Don't forget Nikki. And Sharon Lawrence, friend of the pod. Met her, too.
All of them. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, my gosh, y'all. We are going to have a hoot and a half. And I'm leading the discussion on that one. I know that to be true. Can't get it
It's
over
gonna
on
be a
me.
long one.
Yep.
Brace yourself.
Either that or it's going to be like, it was fine. And I'm just like,
It was
'cause I'm
fine.
not
I
on it.
wasn't in it. Next.
next.
Anyway, we will have much to discuss in the weeks to come. But until we see you next time.
May your days be merry and bright. Bye, y'all.